Welcome back. Every couple argues, and oftentimes how the conflict gets resolved is even more important than the actual problem itself, right?
Amen to that. Yeah. Here to teach us the rules of fair fighting.
And how we can communicate.
We can communicate more effectively with each other is licensed professional counselor Kristen Hall. So you're going to give us parameters of how to fight fairly?
I'm going to try.
Okay.
Give you some rules to follow, because all couples fight. It happens. And actually some degree of conflict in a relationship is healthy. So we want to fight. We look at the frequency of conflict in a relationship. You don't want to fight too often. You want to keep that healthy ratio of positive to negative interactions. And then when a conflict does present itself, how do you go about handling those things? So I thought we'd play a little game. I have some paddles here. You guys have heard of Never Have I Ever.
Bring it, let's go.
Take
like
a page out of Ellen.
Right?
Yeah, right. I totally copied this from Ellen. So you have to be honest.
Yes, Chris.
I'm going to go through some of these rules of fair fighting.
Okay.
And you're going to say if you have done this in the past or you haven't. And this can be, people can play along at home. This can be a spouse that you're thinking of. This can be a friend, a family member, really any significant close relationship in your life.
That sounds good.
Okay.
As long as this isn't like college edition, I'm fine. Honestly, I'm good.
You can have flashbacks to your college days.
Can we save some time at the end of the show here talking about college?
Absolutely
different type of Never Have I Ever.
Okay, great. We're ready though. In all seriousness.
Okay, so fair fighting rule number 1. Never have I ever picked a fight with my spouse, friend, whoever, over something stupid.
Oh, I've done that, yeah.
Okay.
All the time.
This is Fair Fighting 101. We want to know what we're fighting about. So is it really that they left the milk out on the counter, or is there some underlying resentment and you're really mad because you feel like they don't pull their share of the weight at home? So you need to stop, take a moment, reflect on your feelings. What is it that I'm angry about? Knowing that before you go into an argument is really, really important.
What about like a football game? So if I'm cheering on the Kansas City Chiefs and like the guy I'm seeing cheering on the opposing team, I'm gonna take some shots at him.
That might be a situation of you want to pick your battles.
Sure.
I mean, some friendly rivalry may actually be good for a relationship.
See?
But we'll get to that in a little bit.
I'm jumping the gun a little bit. I just need some coaching in general. So.
No, that's okay. So fair fighting rule number 2, never have I ever brought up multiple grievances during an argument.
I would say I probably have. I'm sure I have at some point, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is one that a lot of people do, if we're honest. People have this tendency it's like everything but the kitchen sink. It starts out and it's, you don't pick up your socks, and then pretty soon that snowballs and we're going into, and I don't like the way you parent either, and this, and this. We want to discuss one issue at a time and stay focused on the present moment and not drag up everything from the past. So one thing at a time. Really, really important.
That's hard.
Coach people,
it's really hard.
Coach people how you suggest going about that, because.
I
Wait a
struggle
second.
with that.
No, I know that's my problem. But wait, we're focused on this. Is that what you're saying, or how are you gonna?
Yeah, I mean, if you kind of have that tendency to snowball into other things, I think some self-awareness can really go a long way to just recognize it and say, okay, hold on, we need to take a timeout. Like, let's just focus on this one thing, because pretty soon we're going to be talking about all these different things, and tensions are going to be rising, and we're going to get farther and farther away from finding a solution.
So would you suggest bringing up a problem that you have at like every single time so you don't allow it to snowball?
Well, ideally, yeah. I mean, you don't really want to let issues go unresolved. So again, you need to pick your battles. Some things, it's not a big deal. We can let it go. But yeah, you want to confront the person. Remember, some degree of conflict isn't necessarily bad. You don't want to let issues go unresolved for too long.
But the confrontation should be communicated in an effective way, right?
In an effective way, yeah. So another one, fair fighting rule number 3, never have I ever called my spouse a not so nice name.
I don't think I have.
That's good.
I don't think I have.
I probably have.
Yeah, this is a bad one. A lot of people have. You're such a jerk. You always do this, and that's actually another thing. No swearing, no name calling, no belittling, but also you really want to avoid those gross overgeneralizations, such as you always do this, you never do this. That can be especially cumbersome because, let's face it, we've all done a lot wrong. And that you're going to veer into, like we just talked about, where you're talking about a million things when you should be focusing on the one issue.
Now I feel bad because I feel like my ex is probably watching, being like, you need to put up a hat because you don't know what you're talking about, Christine.
All right, stay with us. When we come back, we're going to give you some more fair fighting rules right after this.